Tyrone Power's life remains one of Hollywood's most dazzling yet tragic stories. An iconic figure of the Golden Age, he died at only 44 years old while filming Solomon and Sheba, collapsing mid-scene after disregarding repeated medical warnings. His meteoric rise, glamorous career, and personal struggles reflect both the intoxicating allure and the hidden dangers of stardom. This is the story of his brilliance, his burdens, and his untimely end. Born on May 5, 1914, in Cincinnati, Ohio, Tyrone Edmund Power Jr. inherited a rich artistic lineage. His father, Tyrone Power Sr., was a distinguished stage and film actor bridging silent pictures and early talkies, while his mother, Helen Emma Riom, came from a family steeped in the arts. The Power name was already synonymous with theatrical prestige. From his earliest days, it seemed inevitable that Tyrone would follow this legacy. Yet destiny struck a heavy blow early. At 17, Tyrone watched his father collapse and die from a heart condition. More than a devastating personal loss, it became a defining event. He vowed never to let the Power name fade, a promise that would fuel both his success and, tragically, his disregard for his own health decades later. Despite his family name, Tyrone struggled to find early success in Hollywood. He landed only minor roles and felt himself failing his father's legacy. Determined to improve, he left for the stage. Broadway legend Katharine Cornell recognized his talent and brought him into her company. There, Tyrone developed the discipline, voice control, and emotional range that would set him apart. His stage training gave him the timing and nuance that would later electrify film audiences. By the mid-1930s, Hollywood's studio system was hungry for new stars. Signing with 20th Century Fox, Tyrone's breakthrough came with Lloyd, of London, 1936. His portrayal of Jonathan Blake displayed vulnerability, courage, and charisma. Critics praised him, and audiences were captivated. Almost overnight, he became a leading man. From 1936 to 1939, Tyrone starred in a string of hits. In Old Chicago, 1937, Alexander's Ragtime Band, 1938, and Jesse James, 1939. He could shift seamlessly from romance to adventure, embodying both rugged heroism and sensitive charm. By the end of the decade, he was one of Hollywood's top box office draws, adored by fans worldwide. The 1940s cemented his reputation. The Mark of Zorro, 1940, remains one of cinema's quintessential swashbucklers, showcasing his swordsmanship, wit, and physical daring. Audiences thrilled at his charisma, while fellow actors admired his athletic precision. But Tyrone longed for deeper roles. After serving heroically as a Marine Corps pilot in World War II, flying dangerous transport missions in Okinawa and Iwo Jima, he returned transformed. He sought characters that explored spiritual struggle and human frailty. His performance in The Razor's Edge, 1946, revealed a searching intensity, while Nightmare Alley, 1947, shocked fans with its darkness. Playing Stanton Carlyle, a carnival hustler turned corrupt con man, Tyrone shattered his romantic hero image. Though the film flopped initially, it is now hailed as one of his greatest performances and a noir classic. By the 1950s, weary of restrictive studio contracts, Tyrone boldly became a freelance actor. This move gave him creative freedom and lucrative deals. In The Eddie Dutchin Story, 1956, he portrayed the tragic pianist with heartbreaking sensitivity, proving he could still draw massive audiences. Alongside film, he never abandoned the stage, thriving in productions like Mr. Roberts and The Devil's Disciple. Theater gave him vitality Hollywood could not. Yet despite his immense popularity, he never received an Academy Award nomination. Awards eluded him, but box office numbers proved his unmatched connection with audiences. Tyrone's personal life was as dramatic as his career. His first marriage to French actress Annabella faltered under studio pressure and wartime separation. His second, to glamorous Linda Christian, produced two daughters, Ramona and Tyrone, but collapsed amid rumors, miscarriages, and relentless Hollywood gossip. His third marriage to Deborah Mainardos seemed more peaceful, promising a quieter life. When she became pregnant, Tyrone was overjoyed at the thought of finally having a son to continue the family name. But his lifestyle carried a price. Chain-smoking, sleepless schedules, and relentless stress wore down his health. Doctors repeatedly warned him, cut smoking, reduce workload, manage stress, or face dire consequences. With his father's death always haunting him, Tyrone pushed on, determined not to appear weak or slow his career. Ironically, that same drive mirrored the condition that had killed his father. In 1958, Tyrone was cast as King Solomon in Solomon and Sheba. The production was massive, filmed under the blazing Spanish sun with long hours and grueling fight scenes. During rehearsals, crew members noticed him pausing to catch his breath. He dismissed concerns with a smile. On November 15, while filming an intense sword duel with George Sanders, Tyrone suddenly collapsed. Crew members rushed to his side, but he could not be revived. The official cause, a massive heart attack. He was only 44. Hollywood was stunned. The role was recast with Yul Brynner, and filming resumed under a cloud of grief. Tyrone's pregnant wife Deborah gave birth weeks later to their son, Tyrone Power IV, a bittersweet legacy for a father he would never meet. His daughters from his previous marriage were also left devastated. Fans worldwide mourned deeply, gathering for memorials in Los Angeles, London, and beyond. Though his life ended abruptly, Tyrone Power's impact endures. His roles influenced generations of actors, showing that stars could transcend mere heroic archetypes to explore flawed, complex humanity. Films like Nightmare Alley paved the way for actors to tackle darker, riskier material. He embodied both the glamorous swashbuckler and the tortured soul, broadening Hollywood's sense of what leading men could be. Beyond film, his wartime service marked him as more than a star. Unlike some peers who supported the war effort from home, Tyrone risked his life in combat zones, transporting supplies and evacuating the wounded. His patriotism and humility inspired deep respect. Off-screen, Tyrone was remembered as generous and kind. He quietly supported veterans' charities and families in need, preferring privacy over publicity for his good deeds. Friends recalled his loyalty and warmth, qualities that made his loss feel deeply personal to those around him. Even decades after his death, his films remain vibrant, and his legacy glows in Hollywood history. Tyrone Power was not simply a glamorous leading man. He was a true artist who yearned to contribute meaningfully, whether through his roles, his service, or his compassion. His flame burned briefly but brightly, leaving behind a light that continues to shine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the triumphs and trials of Tyrone Power's extraordinary life. His story reminds us of the fleeting nature of fame, the pressures of success, and the enduring power of one man's artistry.